Yes, SC family, hope you guys are well. This simple watercolor custom pet portrait listing makes $17,993 per month. This made around 540 sales just in the last month. It's an absolute beast, guys. It's one listing. It's crazy. And guys, if you love Etsy products, you love creating, researching, listing, all of that mad stuff, please hit the like, subscribe, smash that notification bell. And don't forget to share, because that's what we do here. Guys, my name's AJ, and I do all things Etsy, all things digital products. I'm going to show you how to actually create this simple design and how you could actually do something like this, where you would create a pet portrait, a watercolor pet portrait in a real simple style. Look at this. It's absolutely gorgeous, but it's the easiest thing to do. All you need to do is get the image from the customer and create these fantastic, beautiful, simple watercolor style designs, right? So let's get into this. So look, these watercolor drawings, whether it be pets, whether it be couples, are really popular, guys. I'm going to just show you, and they make a lot of money. Like custom photo in a watercolor style do really well. Now they do well actually in many styles: sketching, line work, painted in a different style, but watercolor in particular is a style that people really like and really actually look for on Etsy. So it's definitely something that you need to consider, you know. And the custom, you know, images, the wall arts that you can see here are always in demand, whether it be for pets, dogs, cats, couples, families, wedding images. You know, they are so popular, and it's one of these things that will always be in demand on Etsy massively. But the thing is, it's just making sure that you get the right style and make sure you do the right thing. So you could go into the pet market with this in terms of custom watercolors. You could actually just go into family ones, or you could actually just really open it up and just homes as well, you know, because even these homes do very well. And you can see a video on my channel on how I created this in Photoshop. Actually, I mean, there's just a prime example of a watercolor of a home. Okay, watercolor drawing for home, and I did something exactly like this on Photoshop. So do check out my video. But today I want to look at it in a slightly different way. Now, obviously, my advice is when you actually want to find which ones actually do well, because you know, there's no point in reinventing the wheel. You want to see what works and maybe do something on a similar line, but in your own style. So for example, look, if I go to Etsy right now, what I would do is, as usual, go to my go-to research tool, the Nugget Finder, SEO, the one I call EVERBEE. Check out the link in my description. Free access, just try it out and see how it is for you. Product analytics, I like to go to after I typed in custom photo watercolor, because that's what I want to look for. And you got so much. Look, 32,000, 27,000, 21,000, 18,000, 16,000. I mean, you know, 14,000. If you just go down, the numbers are big. You know, 11,000, 11,000, 11,000, 10,000. The numbers are very big in this market, and they're very much in demand. So even if, you know, you're not going on the top end of 20 or so thousand per listing per month, then even if you're making, say, 10, 5, you know, it's really good. So it's about what is popular. And I'll tell you what's popular in this kind of custom watercolor. It is the combination that I said. You got the couples that do very well. You got the pet custom ones that do very well. You got the homes that do very well. I think these are the three categories that do well. And, you know, the families as well. So couples, families, pets, whether it be cats or dogs, and you got homes. There's quite a few categories to get into that are very popular. So I'm going to just look at, I'm just going to look at this one, like, for example, look at this. And you know, like I said, you know, this can be done these days using things like, I did actually a few pet portrait ones, do check it out, but this one's slightly different because look, it's so easy to do these days. I mean, what happens is the customer will send you the photo of the dog, let's say in this case, and then what you do is you need to transform it into the watercolor style. Now, this is the bit that gets a little bit tricky, okay, where people say, okay, how am I going to transform the images of the dogs or the portrait into watercolor? What do I use? You know, is it Photoshop? What kind of software? There's a lot of software out there. I'll be honest with you. Photoshop is one that could be used, but obviously that does cost quite a bit of money. Look at these two guys, Copper and Lily, mate. But my advice is, you know, if you go around, you'll see there's a lot of different software out there on the internet, and I'll show you a really good one. All right, let me go to this good one. Now, this one's called Be Funky, and literally all it does is it turns your photo into a watercolor painting in a click of a button. No need to do anything else. And all you need to do after that is to download it. So what you do is you get your photo from a customer, and then you come onto something like BeFunky. Now, to be honest, there are quite a few different websites out there that do transform photos, but this is a really good one. Okay, so what you want to do is you come onto this BeFunky. So this is what happens. You can upload your image that you want to make into watercolor. In this, just in this example, I'm just going to click on an image that they've already got that I can transform. So I'll go to this really nice sort of setting image, right? Really nice. Looks like Venice, mate. Then I'm going to click on, you got various options. Actually, let me just move away from here. You can got different types of styles that you can change, from oil painting to sketching style, underpainting, mosaic, poly art, cartoon style, and so on. You know, and let me click on the watercolor for now. Got various styles of watercolor which you can use. So I'll click on this one, and then what's going to do, it's going to work on that painting and try to give it into a watercolor style. See, look at this. Look at that. That is crazy. Look at that. It's transformed it like totally. And what you can do is you can actually come here and you can, you know, adjust various things. Also, if you want, you can look at the amount of watercolor, and you can just maybe reduce slightly and maybe add a bit more color blend to it. So I've just slightly reduced it just to make it a little bit more, add a little bit more of that color to it. Hopefully less watercolory, if you like. And then you can also do things like brush size. You can increase the brush size, which makes it really nice, transforms it slightly, brush strength and various things. But look, I mean, look, this is really cool. But look at this. This is really cool. Let me just zoom in a little bit. You know, it looks amazing. You know, look at that. How much of watercolory it's become. So you can see the transformation from the image, and you can see the difference that it's done. It's really, really good. Really a big difference. So from the original, you can see, click that watercolor style. Look at this. Look at this. Even a slightly different style, this one. So you can actually choose the style that you want. You can choose the strength of the watercolor that you want. You know, this one's pretty strong, very strong watercolor style. I'll probably reduce it, sharpen it a little bit. There you go. Slightly sharper. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. And, you know, it really does make it look so much like a sort of painted sort of style, but how it actually manipulates the design through AI. And this is all AI. But this can be done with any image, by the way. And you can increase the paint amount. I just add more paint to it, paint strength. Let me just zoom out. So look at that. That looks absolutely amazing. And like I said, there are many different softwares out there. Obviously, I'm looking at this one. I like this one a lot, BeFunky, because it's quite quick, quite straightforward, to the point. Once you've got the watercolor style that works best, that you think works best, because there's different styles, and once you know the settings of the ones that work best, then that's the way to move forward with this. But obviously, my advice is to obviously show examples of what you would show the customer example. So like, say for example, this listing, this is an example of what the seller can do. So they would have 2 pets there with the name there, and you can do the same. You could have something from, say, this software like BeFunky, and then you'd upload it on your listing to show the customer what it would look. So obviously, if it was a pet, then you bring an image of a pet and you show them what a pet would look like in watercolor, or a couple, or whatever it may be. Just obviously show how it would look like, so that they know exactly what they're getting. Because the key to this is where, like, you would do well. As long as they know what the image will look like when they get it, then they'll be very happy. If there's any doubt and there's a different image that they get from the one that they could see on the listing, then obviously no customer is going to be very happy. So that's the bit that you need to get right. So go to something like BeFunky, and there's loads of other, by the way. If you go on the internet, you can find many of these, but obviously this is a good one. And then actually experiment. But like I said, look, I've literally done this in 2-3 minutes. I've shown you how to get an image into a watercolor style in literally 2-3 minutes. It's not difficult at all. And then you just download it and yeah, sell it to the customer. But this is something that I think is very important. The custom personalized watercolor style in particular, images are massive right now. And I think they're going to be one of those that will continue to sell really well on Etsy. So go and check it out. Go and first of all, check out the ones that are popular. Use something like EVERBEE. Check out my link in my description so you can see the ones that are popular and really do well. And like I said, I can tell you it's the couples, it's the houses, pets like dogs and cats, and families. They tend to do the best in this niche. But do check it out, guys. And yeah, it can be done really, really quickly. Well, I hope you liked the video. If you did like the video, please hit the like, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.